Morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Wednesday the 20th of October. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the day. Going to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 63.351 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 65.333. Support from the broader market will be needed for Bitcoin to break out from its April all-time high of 64.829. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Bitcoin target 68,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 66.404. Fall through the pivot, bring the first major support level of 62.280 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub-60s. Second major support level at 62.98 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD's narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, that's still a bullish signal, however, 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot at 63.351, break out from all-time high 64.829, for then Bitcoin to target 68,000 levels. Ethereum against the US dollar, bearish start to the day, going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 3833 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3935. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ethereum to break through to 3,900 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target resistance at 4,000 before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 3,992. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level 3,776 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should still well clear of sub 3,600 levels. Second major support level at 3,674 should limit the downside. Looking at MACD's widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this partial recovery early this morning. On the EMAs, also bullish indicator with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 3833, break through to 3,900 levels to then bring 4,000 levels into play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin move back through the pivot at 188 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 193. Support is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high, 191.62. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target 200 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 196. Failure to move back through the pivot, bring the first major support level at 184 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 175s. Second major support level at 179 and the 23.6% fib at 178 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a bullish cross this morning coming off the back of this morning's partial recovery from the start of the day loss. So look out for a further widening of the bullish histograms through the morning. On the EMAs, 50 has moved away marginally from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 188 and through to 190s to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, and support levels will come into play. Now you're looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot at 1.086 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.1045. Support is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.1s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.12s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.1183. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.0722 and the 38.2% fib at 1.0659 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 1.05s. Second major support level at 1.0538 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD's widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, coming off the back of yesterday's late recovery and this morning's gains. On the EMAs, 50 has narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200. Still a bearish signal, however, so keep an eye on that. A further narrowing would deliver support. The key, avoid the pivot at 1.086, break back through to 1.1s to then target 1.12 levels on the day.